Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Wake Up Flow. You all had a lovely holiday weekend as we work our way through the Christmas season now in the Christian community. And whatever it is that you are celebrating or have celebrated, I hope it was happy, healthy, and to your liking. We're going to begin today, as we always do, with a little bit of warm up. So feet about shoulder width apart, knees kind of soft and bouncy, upper torso erect, neck long. Think of your head being pulled up by a string, tucking your chin back, making your neck long. It'll also lengthen the spine. And let's just begin to turn from side to side. And just let the arms swing free to begin. And then once we pick up a little rhythm, go ahead and close the hands into loose fists and begin tapping on the lower belly and lower back. Wake up of our energy center, our lower dantian. Take a few moments here to get the body temp up just a little bit, get a little fluid moving in the joints. And we're going to begin this final week of 2021 with one of the most traditional routines called the 8 brocades. This one shows up in some form in almost every Qigong tradition. Eight brocades date back some 800 years to the tail end of the southern Song dynasty in ancient China. Very prolific period in history. Gave us such things as movable type and gunpowder, for better, for worse. Initially used in celebrations for fireworks, later used against them in weapons. It is a routine that was formalized a long time ago and has been in continuous use since. If you go to parts of the world where you see people practicing Tai Chi or Qigong in large groups in parks, this is one of the routines that you're very likely to be observing. Let's bring the front hand up the body a little bit. A little valley, a little hollow space where the shoulder and chest meet. I'm going to tap on that. It's the end point of the lung meridian. Tap here to enhance the immune system. It's also used in the various tapping ones for the reduction of stress and anxiety. This is certainly a part of the year that is full of that. Not sure what it looks like where you are. We are waking up to our late version of White Christmas this morning. Had a bit of the white stuff come down overnight. We can warm up and rain it all away, but our first real covering snow of the winter this year. Let's bring it back down to the belly and begin to deepen out the breath. Taking the breath in through the nose if you're able to do that, and then breathing out through either the mouth or nose. Draw that breath down deep into the belly. And let's flip the hands off the body and turn that tap into a reach. Back heel come up off the floor, pushing up onto the toe. All the motion seems to be up top, but also a little flexibility and strength for the ankles and feet. And let's slow this down. Just back to that neutral starting position. And let's harmonize movement and breath. Breathe in as you draw it back. Spiral the hand in the back of the hand float forward as you breathe out. Shifting gears here, just letting the body follow the cadence of the breath. Let's get ready to go to the other side. Breathing deeply and evenly. Movement following the breath. One more time. And around to the front. And then just let it fall. Now we check in here in our neutral Wuji position. We begin with two hands lifting the sky. So breathing in, palms turned up, lift. Breathe out as the hands turn over and press overhead. Breathe in, rise up on the balls of your feet if you can. And breathe out, release back down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. I'll give you an alternative way to breathe this. 2 long breaths, in, 1 out. Breathing in all the way to the top. Breathing out, releasing down. Whichever one works better for you. Yeah, let's take one more. Before we move on to the second one, we're going to heel out to a little bit wider stance. Breathing in, arms up to shoulder height. Folding one in as if to pull a bowstring. The other becomes the point. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, sink the body down. Pull back on that bow. Breathe in. Extended arm sweeps across, hands change places. Breathe out and draw the bow. Let's take one more on each side. Breathing in as we transition across. Breathing out, pull back on the bowstring. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in. Extend the string hand, and then as you breathe out, step back into our starting position. Let the arms descend back down to the sides. Separating heaven and earth, breathing in. Palms rise like we're holding a small ball. Spin that ball. And then Turn both palms over and let them split from one another. One goes high, one goes low. Breathing in. Hands come back together, past each other, switching places. Breathing out. Splitting the palms. Pressing apart, earth and sky. In some translations, this would be called bridging earth and sky. We become the bridge. Let's do one more with each hand on top. And let them come back together and catch the ball. Spin it. Let the hands float down. And as they do, let them pass the body, looking over a shoulder. Breathing in. Hands come back to the front. Backs of hands come together. Breathing out. Hands pass the body, looking out over the other shoulder. The wise owl looks behind. Keep that range of motion on the head turn in a comfort zone for you. We're never looking for pain. We'll take the stretch. We don't want pain. Let's do one more on each side. So it gets us halfway through the 8 brocades. And then breathe in, hands come together, and then just float back down to our start position. Next up, we're going to spread the legs back out a little bit, probably even a little wider than it did when we shot the bow. And just dip on down, let your hands slide down to your knees. Turn your head to one side, take a breath in. On the breath out, let your head dip down and come across. And once you get to the other side, breathe in, return to start. For some of you, we don't want your head dipping below your waist or below the level of the heart, really. So keep that in mind if you know you're in that category. Sweep the head across at about heart level instead. If you're able, go ahead and get that head down, let it swing across. Breathing in as we return to the start. Wonderful stretch for the hamstrings and low back. A little turn of the spine in there too. A funny looking exercise with a funny name, swinging the head and shaking the tail, but one that comes with a myriad of benefits. One more time, over and back. Yeah, let's bring it on back. And straighten back up. And as you breathe out, either step or toe heel back in, coming back to neutral. Begin the 6th form by placing our hands on our back and in the kidney area. We're going to, right back here, we're going to massage that area. Take a breath in, gentle arch of the back. And then as you breathe out, let the hands trace down the outside of the legs as you fold forward. Finish the breath down here, breathe back in, the inside of the legs and returning the hands to the back and gently arching the back. Now you thought the last one had a funny name. This one loosely translates to bending the waist and holding the feet to cure the 100 illnesses. And one more time. We run a couple long this morning and get through all 8. And then just release out. Breathing in, hands float up to the front. Close the hands into loose fists and draw both of them back into the ribs. Breath in here. On the breath out, punch one hand forward as you gaze intently at an object in front of you. Breathe in, draw it back in. Breathe out, punch it forward. This one's called clenching fists with the intent gaze. Or, depending on how you translate, the angry gaze. A lot of variations of this one and various versions of this set. We'll be doing a slightly different version of it at our extended member flow at 11. And the last one. Breathe in, draw the hand back, and as you breathe out, relax and release back down. And we finish. Breathing in, rise overhead. Again, ball your feet if you can. Turn the palms over and press the palms toward the floor as you breathe out. It's called raising the heels and pressing the palms. Somewhat more dynamic final form in the set we'll do later called shaking tree. One more time, breathe in. And as you breathe out, lower the palms, lower the heels, and let the hands come together. Place both hands over the lower dantian, the lower belly. And step the feet in a little closer. Let's close our eyes and finish with 3 deep breaths. Draw a nice deep breath in for that third one. And as you release that breath, release the hands back to your sides. Bring your eyes back open. Give everything a little shake out. Thanks for joining me for the Wake Up Flow. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Namaste.